Welcome to Rankworthy. Today we are counting down the top 10 most beloved feel-good movies of all time, as voted by you, the viewers. Your opinion matters, as this list was created by your votes and re-ranks over on Ranker.com. Love it? Hate it? Make it known. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe for more great and rank-worthy content. In this video, we'll be listing the best feel-good movies that have stuck with you over the years. All the heartwarming, tear-jerking, and unforgettable moments start in 3, 2, 1. Number 10, WALL-E. A Pixar film written by Andrew Stanton and Jim Reardon and directed by Stanton. WALL-E tells the story of a simple robot adrift in a world that has been ravaged by natural disaster. For a film with such a deeply political purview, the end product is surprisingly uplifting and emotional. The film has garnered legions of fans who love it for its deeply human core, positive message, and brilliant visual storytelling. Number 9, Toy Story. The quintessential Pixar movie Toy Story is the film that launched the studio, made a household name of John Lasseter, and put computer-generated animation on the map as a viable artistic medium. The film centers on the now iconic characters of Woody and Buzz Lightyear as they attempt to return home after a series of misadventure. The film broke new ground in the field of CG animation, made dump truckloads of money, and paved the way for Pixar Studio to become one of the giants in the world of visual storytelling. Number 8, Ratatouille. Another Pixar film, Ratatouille was written and directed by the acclaimed animation filmmaker Brad Bird. It follows Remy, a rat from the streets of Paris who dreams of being a chef. The ensuing story is both uplifting and deeply comical. It's a film that spans generations in its appeal. Originally started by Jan Pinkava and then taken over by Bird, the project was the 8th film produced by Pixar. Needless to say, it did not fail to deliver, and eventually went on to win the Academy Award for Best Animated Film. Number 7, Shawshank Redemption. Written and directed by Frank Darabont, The Shawshank Redemption is one of the most critically lauded films of all time. Based on a story by Stephen King, the film featured iconic performances by both Morgan Freeman and Tim Robbins. The film is so beloved that it's practically a joke in the cable syndication world. You can turn on TBS or TNT at any point in time, and you've got a 75% chance of catching Shawshank. The film went on to be nominated for 7 Academy Awards and is now viewed as a classic. It was recently inducted into the Library of Congress collection for being either culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant. Number 6, Back to the Future. Released in 1985, Back to the Future was written by Bob Gale and Robert Zemeckis and directed by Zemeckis. It follows Michael J. Fox's Marty McFly as he is thrown back in time to 1955, where he meets his future parents and attempts to flee the past to return back to the future. The film went on to gross over $380 million over the course of its theatrical run. It's now looked back upon as one of the quintessential films from the 1980s. From Fox's performance as Marty, to Christopher Lloyd as Doc Brown, to the iconic time-traveling DeLorean, the film is beloved by generations. Number 5, Up. Written by Pete Docter and Bob Peterson and directed by Docter, Up is one of the many successful Pixar films that has made people feel all the feels. The film follows Carl, an elderly widower who, after tying hundreds of balloons to the roof of his house, sets off to visit South America. The film is a fantastical and lyrical experience that, if executed poorly, would have been laughable at every turn. However, Docter and Peterson treat everything with such earnesty and sincerity that you can't help but fall in love with the film and the characters. The movie grossed over $735 million over its theatrical run. It even received 5 Academy Award nominations, including Best Picture, which only one other animated film has accomplished, Beauty and the Beast. Number 4, Home Alone. Written and produced by iconic filmmaker John Hughes and directed by Chris Columbus, Home Alone was something of a phenomenon in the 1990s. It holds the distinction of being both the highest-grossing live-action comedy and the highest-grossing Christmas film ever made. It spawned a franchise of 4 sequels and launched Macaulay Culkin to megastardom overnight. The film also cemented multiple catchphrases and iconic cinematic moments into the cultural memory. Home Alone is a timeless classic. Number 3, Forrest Gump. Written by Eric Roth and directed by Robert Zemeckis, Forrest Gump tells the story of a man who, despite being disabled, lives a life of momentous proportions. The film follows him over 3 decades as he somehow finds himself at the cultural epicenter of nearly every important event. From meeting presidents to serving in Vietnam to being a cross-country runner, Forrest Gump speaks to the unbridled potential within all of us. The film is a technical masterpiece. Utilizing special effects and green screen technology in near-invisible ways, the film was heralded for its impressive technical acumen. Tom Hanks, who plays the titular Gump, was also very well received. The film went on to be nominated for 6 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Adapted Screenplay. Number 2, Incredibles. Written and directed by Brad Bird, the Pixar film The Incredibles is an unabashed love letter to Silver Age superheroes like the Fantastic Four, X-Men, and the Justice League. The film featured the voice talents of Craig T. Nelson, Samuel L. Jackson, and Holly Hunter. It centers around the Incredibles family as they're forced to come face to face with a villain from their past. The film went on to win 2 Academy Awards and the Annie for Best Feature Film. Number 1, Finding Nemo. And finally, in our number 1 slot is the Pixar film Finding Nemo. Written by David Reynolds, Bob Peterson, Andrew Stanton, and directed by Andrew Stanton. Finding Nemo tells the story of one father's quest to locate his lost son. The film features the voices of Ellen DeGeneres, Albert Brooks, and Willem Dafoe. It is often looked at as one of the most successful Pixar films, spawning a massive cult following. The film has touched whole generations of moviegoers like very few stories do. Thanks for watching. Did your pick not make the list? Should number 1 really be number 2? For full ranking and insights, and to make your opinion heard, head over to ranker.com using the links provided.